We're live.
Video.
Really, that'll be on YouTube by the end of the day. I'll give you my channel. You can subscribe. I got I'm up to tens of subscribers. I'm about to start getting paid for my work.
Probably you want to you might need more than 5 get paid.
So here we go. The order of operations in math. What do you know about it? Anything?
None.
The way you do things.
The order you do things. Have you ever seen those things on Facebook or whatever, where it's they'll say 90% of people get this wrong. It's 1 plus 1 minus 1 times 1 plus 1.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you know order of operations, this is easy. You get it right every time. I always like those. I look at the comments. Look at these idiots. But there's always there's a lot of people that are smart and they know it. But then there's some people. It must be 12-year-olds that are they don't know how to do it. So do you know the order of operations? You know what order you're supposed to go in? No. What you got? What do you got?
Oh wait, No, it's actually no. Parentheses.
Tommy, you know? Parentheses. Then?
Exponents.
Yeah.
And then multiply, divide, add, subtract.
Boom.
Yeah.
PEMDAS. Some people say PEMDAS. Some people say, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
That's PEMDAS.
That's PEMDAS. I don't know who Aunt Sally is or whatever. Oh, for you, any Abbott folks in the house? Yeah? You guys want an essential question? Yeah, I got one for you. Ready? Let's see. So what is the order that you must use? Bless you. These are my wife's notes. I'm not gonna lie, I stole them from her. But she wrote to solve equations that do not have variables.
Wife's a math teacher too.
I don't know if I like that word equations. I should say expressions. Number sentences, simplifying. Anyway, that's just the math teacher being picky. So you guys said PEMDAS or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I like that. But how do you write it? Do you write it in a special way or do you just write P E N D S? I mean that's good, but here's how I like to write it. I like that. I go up and down like this. P E and then check this out. I don't go M-D, I go M-D-A-S. And then put a little arrow over the M and the D and the A and the S. Do you know why I did that? Multiplication and division are the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you have multiplication and division, you just work left to right. That's why I put the little arrow. You do any parentheses? So we got parentheses. Did you know it doesn't have to be parentheses? There's also other. P we say parentheses.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're drawing.
Those things, it doesn't have to be parentheses.
Oh, brackets?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's any kind of grouping symbol. Anything that groups things together. You know, it puts it in a group. Anything with grouping symbols it could be parentheses, it could be brackets. It also could be square roots. If you have numbers under square roots, you do that first. It's almost like parentheses. It groups all the numbers together. So if you have the square root and there was a 3 plus 4 under there, that's almost like parentheses. You would do that first if there was other stuff out there. Or absolute value. Have you heard of absolute value?
Yeah.
Like the lines. It's just like a big one like that. So if it was 2 plus 3, and then it was times 4. That you would do first. You do the stuff inside first. I don't know how much you know about absolute value yet, but you'll learn about it this year. Any of those things that group numbers together, that's what you do first. So we say parentheses, but we mean any of those things. And then we got exponents. What are exponents?
2 to the power of
2 to the power of 3. What's that mean? Is that 2 times 3?
No, it's 2 times 2 times 2.
2 times 2 times. Yeah, you multiply that number by itself that many times, right? So that'd be like 2 times 2 times 2. What is 2 times 2 times 2? 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. You know, any of the parentheses, you do that first. Like you have 3 to the 4th. You do that first. And you could use a calculator, 3 to the 4th. Things with exponents, the numbers could get real big. So if you just want to type in 3 to the 4th, I could teach you how on a calculator. Cool. So that's what we do next. Then we got multiplication and division from left to right. That's why I put the arrow. Because you do multiplication and division left to right. You want me to write that in words? Or I didn't leave myself very much. This is poor planning right here, right? Let's see. Multiplication and division left to right. And then we got addition and subtraction left to right. That's it. That's all there is to it, folks. So let me give you an example. Let's do an example problem. Example. Let's go. How do we write multiply in math? Do you know? A dot. Don't use an X anymore. That's like, I don't know why they do that. Yeah, because now we got variables and we put X. So if you had 4x3, you're like, well, is that 4 times 3 or 4x? Yeah, it's confusing. So we do a dot. So we're going to have 4 times, let's go negative 2 minus 2, parentheses 4, I should have started easy, plus 7. So if you're trying to figure out what that simplifies down to, all it is PEMDAS, order of operations. Where do you start? Parentheses. I usually work below it. I put equals. We'll put the final answer here, but we'll show our work down here. So 4 plus 7? 11. So boom, that's 11. What's it mean when I have a number written outside of parentheses?
You just times it, I mean.
Yeah, that's multiplication.
Yeah.
You can write a dot, or you can write like 2 parentheses, and then the stuff inside that means multiply. So there's 2 different ways to write multiply. Okay, so we've done our parentheses. What's next? Exponents. Do we have any exponents?
No.
Nope. So multiplication, left to right. So you want to do what? 4 times negative 2. It's 4 times negative 2. Negative 8. What's negative 2 times 11? Yeah, negative 22. Oh, see how I did that? Now we got addition and subtraction, but here, negative 8 minus 22 is negative 30. Good job. Jacob knows his stuff in his head. So we'd have negative 30 here. We just had a conversation about that. So I'll let you go ahead and think back a little later. Do another example, a little harder. Call that example 1, here's example 2. Let's go, I don't want to go too hard yet.
Okay, hold up, go a little bit up. I'm not finished writing it out.
All this. All right, this one. All right, Kevin had a good question. What do we do first?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, don't you take the exponent 2 and like times it to 2 times 2 and 2 times 1?
Ooh, good thought. He's thinking we do this 2 squared and 1 squared, right? Well, you said 2 times 2.
I mean, well, 2, yeah.
Yeah, okay. 2 squared and 1 squared. Kevin said maybe distributive property first. You heard of the distributive property where you go like that when you have parentheses? Okay.
Oh, you just do that?
Here's the problem. Yours, you're saying do that. Isn't that doing the exponent first?
Yeah.
We don't do exponents first. His distributive property, that's multiplication. When you do that, you're multiplying. We don't do multiplication first. What do we do first, Tommy?
Add the numbers that are inside parentheses.
That's what I asked.
You do the stuff inside. So I look inside the parentheses. That's first, right? P parentheses. Boom. So I do that. I go 2 plus 1. Who's got that answer? 3. Oh, good job. So 4 plus 3. Now I just rewrote that. That's 3 squared minus 6.
Now you do that.
Now we do the exponents. That's correct. So yeah, you gotta go, what's 3 squared?
9.
9. 3 times 3 is 9. So now we have 4 plus 3. This confuses people sometimes because you're like, well, you still have parentheses. But when we say parentheses, you're looking inside the parentheses and you're doing what's inside. You're not just looking at the parentheses themselves. So if there's nothing to do, like inside the parentheses is a 3, boom, that's done. I can't do anything with that. Now I do the exponent, square it, 9. Now what?
Multiply.
Multiply what?
The 3 and the 9.
The 3 and the 9. Why not? In this,
It's left to right, not right to left.
yeah. In this problem, it probably wouldn't matter. But some problems, I gotta find them and make some up. There are some problems where it matters. If you don't go left to right, you'll get the answer wrong. So we go left to right. So that 4, still chilling. We don't do 4 plus 3. We don't do that. Some people are like, oh, hey, look at that 7. No, you gotta do your multiply first. Multiply. 4, what's 3 times 9? Yep. We got 4 plus 27. Negative 6 times 2. Gotta be careful on the negatives. And that's negative 12.
You would add
Now we just go left to right, add and subtract,
it. So
right?
it's 31 minus
31 minus 12 is...
Oh, 29.
Plus,
19?
not 29,
19.
19.
Oh.
Boom, just like that. I'm going to stop the video there. So you folks get your homework now.